Hello and welcome to another episode of the Thrifty Wrist. I'm your host Joe, and today we're reviewing the last of the Tiffany watches in my Tiffany series, the piece de resistance, the Casio Tiffany MTP1302D. Recommended retail price on this is $75 US. I actually paid $100 US for this. Not very thrifty of me, I know. The movement is a quartz movement coming from Casio. That's pretty normal. ATM rating of 50 meters, so you can wash your hands but don't go swimming with it. Case size is a very neat and fashion size at 38.5 millimeters with a 20 mil lug width and a mineral crystal. All right, the black gloves are on, and let's open up this Tiffany Casio. So pretty standard Casio box. There's the full code there if you would like to go and purchase this, but it is a very famous watch at the moment. Everybody's trying to get their hands on one. They're out of stock, and that's why I unfortunately had to pay above retail for it. So we'll get out of its packaging. All right, so I got this brand new. As you can see, we've got the instruction manual at the back here. Being old school, Casio being old school, they like to print these out, kill a couple of trees on the way through. I doubt this is going to be stamped because I bought this from a seller in the United Kingdom, and these are pretty hard to get your hands on if you want to get one from Casio or from a retailer. So unfortunately it's not stamped, but we've got the watch, so that's the main thing. So you can see why it's I would say it's a pretty sought after watch. It's got a nicely fluted bezel, stainless steel band. The color on this Tiffany is probably bang on the Tiffany color, which is quite good. Peel this off so you can get a better idea of the color. It's very, very neat. The fluted bezel is quite nice. Unfortunately, it's got a pretty crappy clasp. It's a very rattly sort of a clasp, rolled links there, which is a bit of a shame, I guess. But at this price point, I mean, what do you expect, really? I mean, this is made by Casio. It's a Japanese brand. They go for quality there. So polished internal and then brushed external link there. Case back, nothing too fancy, but at least it's got a little bit of stuff on there, which is good. Just tells you that it's a Japanese movement. A little bit of the specs. It's 50 meters water resistance, which is more than decent for a watch that you're probably just going to wear to the pub, to work, out and about. Nothing too heavy duty there. 4 levels of adjustment there, which is good, which is better than some more expensive versions of a dress watch, I would say. And this being a dress watch, I guess you want it to be pretty thin, so it actually looks like it'll fit under most business shirts with absolute ease, which is good. The crown is just a pop-out crown, 50 meters of water resistance. That makes sense. 10-2, so you can get that really good, I guess, catalog look. You can read the Casio nice and neatly. Get it on wrist and see what it feels like. So it actually feels pretty light, and it looks pretty big on wrist, even though it is only 38.5 mil. I can already tell this is probably not a watch that I'm going to wear every day, just from how it sort of feels on my wrist. It does have the visual presence, but not the physical presence. I think like the feel of it on my wrist. So I don't know how much longer this will stay in my collection for, especially since they're so sought after. It might end up hitting Facebook Marketplace quicker than intended. So one thing that you've got to give it to Casio is that every time their quartz watches come out, their second marker hits every single marker on that chapter ring, which is so neat and so good to see. At a price point of $75 US, that is very impressive. So that's it. That is the last of the Tiffany watches that I'm going to be reviewing in this series of 3. Started off with the Citizen, then we went to the Alba, and now we're finishing off with this Casio, which is really the Tiffany watch that started it all. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments below if there's another series that you'd like me to do similar to this Tiffany range. Otherwise, thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.